Good afternoon, live from the Ragnar Rookery. It's the Chicken Peep Show. We're really sorry that we're a little late today. I managed to drop my mobile phone onto my foot, eliciting a scream that actually sent all the chicks into hiding. And I am still in immense pain. I am currently icing my foot with an ice packet provided by Igor, and hopefully the pain will stop soon, because it is actually quite miserable. What you see here that the chicks are sitting in is actually a mixture of chicken feed and yogurt, well, probiotic yogurt. And we've provided this for the chicks to give them some nice gut bacteria. They're now old enough to start eating things that are not just chicken feed, and so I'm just giving them a little taste of something new. You can see that there's not much left of it. We started with about a cup full of the stuff. That bowl was actually quite full, and they've eaten pretty much almost all of it. Come here, you. Out you get. So there is that. We've also started to provide them with a little bit of greenery in the form of parsley, which is not as big as a hit as the yogurt is, possibly because the parsley isn't quite as sweet as the yogurt, seeing as that the only probiotic yogurt I could find was sweet vanilla flavored, so they're driving themselves crazy with that. In order to ensure that the chicks are actually going to eat all of that yogurt mix, I actually have not provided them with feed this morning until all of that is gone, and they're almost finished with it. Now, if you excuse me, I'm just gonna strap this ice pack to my foot, and we'll come back in a few seconds. Whew. I really hope I haven't broken a toe there, but seeing as I can still bend my toes a bit, I think it's just a bruise. Quite painful though, I have to say. So I'm just going to bring out their regular feed, because they're pretty much finished with all that yogurt mix, and we'll see if they go for the feed or the yogurt. Hello. Let me just put that down there. I'll move the camera over to show as much as possible. Let me just see if we can't get a view of both the feeder and the yogurt pool. The chicks have been extremely vocal today and very noisy. They really do enjoy their food, but they never stop cheeping now. For those of you who are late, I was late with the show because I dropped my mobile phone on my foot from a rather great height, shrieked so loudly that all the chicks went into hiding, and then sat down for a few moments having a breather. And so now the foot is wrapped in ice, and I am recovering in a vague fashion. Ursula here is trying to hog all the food by sitting on it, so I'm just going to pull her backwards. Naughty girl. Hey! None of that now. So today we're going to attempt to give them a sand bath, this time without rosemary. For those of you who were here for Chicken Tonight last night, we tried giving them a sand bath with rosemary in it for that lovely aromatherapy feeling, and they pretty much ate most of the sand because of the rosemary flavor. So we're going to try today to see if it is in fact the sand that they're wanting to eat, or if it's just that the rosemary aromatherapy attempt made them hungry. So I'm just going to move the yogurt away. How'd you get? Shoo, 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 shoo. And closer to another spot so that it's out of the way of the sand bath. There have been a couple of little fights today, particularly over the rights to yogurt. They've been pecking at each other and really squabbling over that stuff, so I guess it is a great treat. So let's see what happens now if I put the sand bath in. Now with 100% less rosemary and no actual flavors, artificial or otherwise. So it looks like square here. Oh no, that's not square, that's orb. Okay, it looks like the chicks are not actually able to distinguish the difference between sand and feed at the moment. So I think I'll just take that right back out. Well, we've learned a lesson, and that is, at this age, it looks like meat chicks just attempt to eat everything that's in their cage without discrimination. Other things I've learned today about the chicks is that I've actually learned that how to pick them up a little bit more firmly, which stops them from flapping about when I need to measure them. And you can actually turn them upside down and they'll, for the most part, hold quite still for you. The white bits in the sand bath are diatomaceous earth, and while that's quite good for the chicks' health, it's really something that you're supposed to apply topically only. So I'm just gonna take it out until they're finished with their feeding frenzy and see what happens in a few minutes. I'm not entirely sure if they're actually at the age where they're mentally capable of figuring out what a sand bath is. More's the pity, really. I need to put the grit bowl back in, actually, because I cleaned it out this morning. Anyway, just gonna go and grab the scoop and do the usual cover-up of the messes that they've made. Possibly on Sunday, I'll be taking out half of the dirt in this box and then replacing it with fresh sawdust, because it is starting to smell a little bit here. We are also going to have to start vacuuming outside because all the scratching has caused a large amount of fluff to pour not fluff, but sawdust to pour everywhere on the outside cage. Now, where's my scoop? As usual, before we do anything related to chick cleaning, we're gloving up. We'll move some things out of the way. And I'll grab my scoop as soon as I figure out where it's gone. Goodness, where has it gone? Alright, if in doubt, just grab handfuls of sawdust and throw them in. Oh, I found my sawdust scoop. It's right behind the computer. I'll go grab that. It's a little easier than throwing the sawdust in, I have to say. There we are. Now the shavings we use here are Superior Shavings, that's the brand, and they're like a dried out sort of pine wood shaving, which is really great scent wise because it does have that lovely pine scent, which is quite helpful to have around. Just gonna move the little chick plate. Oh. Gonna move the chick plate just across for a bit so that we can clean out the back. And you can get superior shavings from most of the animal places out here. The other thing you can do if you have difficulty finding wood shavings is that you can actually contact like local sawmills or stuff like that, woodworking clubs and stuff, and you might not get pine shavings per se, but you might actually be able to still get quite rather nice wood shavings from them. But we found that the local animal feed place does sell this stuff for quite a good price, so we're quite satisfied with their service. Now, the reason for feeding the chicks yogurt is really simple. We want to promote some healthy gut bacteria for the chicks, and that's not going to happen, given that they are here from day olds. We don't have a mama hen for them to get gut bacteria from. Part of what a mama hen does is she helps them get their food. She may eat some of it, regurgitate it, and give them some of her gut bacteria that way. Or they may, eat some of her droppings and get some good gut bacteria that way. Now, there's no mama hen here, so what we're doing here is that we've got these probiotic yogurts, which will sort of supplement that gut bacteria for them. And this is the same stuff that you would eat as a human being if your stomach was flushed out of its bacteria. This is like a good healthy flora to get your digestion back up to scratch. So that's what we're feeding them here in this bowl. I'm going to move the bowl aside now so that we can try again one more time with the whole bath thing and see if that works. Because I have not given up yet. And stick the bath in here. Right. Get the chick to sit in it. And pour some sand over it. Maybe I'll just pick this chick up. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that did not work very well. I thought I would turn one upside down and see what would happen. They clearly are not enjoying that. So I'm just going to pick you up. Oh. Stop panicking. Shh. Okay, clearly turning them upside down isn't working very well. So we'll see if they actually get to bathing in there or if they just get hungry and eat it. Now, one thing I need to make a note of is that I have to be really careful with the amount of sand that they're eating, because while I do need to encourage them to eat some grit to get their crops in order, I don't want them to eat so much grit that their crops get over full, because that is actually a problem for most chickens. That would be a trip to the vet and a very unwell chicken indeed. So I'll keep an eye on them for the next hour, and if none of them are bathing, I might just pull it out and give up on my bath plans forever. Or at least until they're a little bit older. Oof. So if there aren't any further questions, I'll leave this with you guys, and I'm just gonna go. Well, I'll continue playing with the chicks, but I'll be going off to do my own thing, and I'll come back periodically to answer any questions you may have. Thank you for watching, and we'll keep in touch for the next couple of minutes. Oh my God. Okay, I'm just back for a few seconds because Lynn on one of the chats pointed out that the chicks have wings that have been, the wings on the chicks are changing color a little. That is both true and untrue. The chicks actually will grow out to be completely white. So they start off yellow, but they are slowly turning white, and their wings are turning white. So I'm just going to pick up one of the chicks and see if I can't spread their wing to give you guys a good look at what it looks like now that they're a little older. Let me just come here. It's okay. It's okay. 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 Shh, 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 shh. Shh, 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 shh. That's a good chickie. Okay, so here you can see that they've got little feathers on their wings now, and I'm just spreading it out a little so you can see that the feathers are all actually coming in quite large. So at this age, they're sort of half yellow and half white. And a few of them who have been dyed, the feathers are actually picking up a little bit of the dye. We will renew the dye on the chicks probably tomorrow during chicken tonight, but they are actually growing their feathers in, and they're looking quite pretty while doing it. take you round to the other side and see if we can't give you a good bird's eye view of the resting spot. There we are. So, oh well, that's in the way. I'll just move that out. There we go. Now you can see some of them are sleeping. Actually, quite a few of them are sleeping because it is a cold day today and they're trying to keep themselves warm under the chick feed, under the chick plate. A couple of people have suggested that I get some drawer liners for the top of the Eco Glow, and I'm definitely looking at getting those because they have a tighter seal to the top, and that will be a bit more hygienic when it comes to cleaning. But in the meantime, the butcher's paper with the silicone inside is actually quite good. You know, if the chickens are going to continue eating the sand there, I might actually throw their official grit in there. Give them a handful of this good old-fashioned grit right into their sand, and that should, at the very least, be a bit more healthy in terms of getting it in their crop. Well, I'm off to wash my hands. I'll be right back. Well, folks, it's almost the end of our time together, so thank you for tuning in to our regular Chicken Peep show, and we hope to see you again tonight at 8 p.m. for the Chicken Tonight show, or tomorrow again, same time, same place for Chicken Peep Show Day 8. Thank you very much. Good night.